But our next guest is hunkering down and choosing to ride it out. Joining us now is, of course, former Secret Service agent, Florida resident, and future guest on our show, Dan Bongino. Dan, welcome, and I'm going to ask you, why?
Of course you are, Dan. I mean, I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah, well, that was my line of work prior to doing, commentary for you guys. I was a Secret Service agent. Preparedness is what we did. Now, my wife and my kids are up north. They're back up in Maryland, an area I used to live very familiar with. But, I was prepared, and a lot of Floridians are. I have about 30 gallons of gas in a tank, a generator, food, water. And one thing the viewers may not know is Florida, the building codes here are a little different. Most of the homes down here built post-Andrew were built out of concrete block. So, although in a Category 5, you're going to have a lot of stress, obviously, if that were to be the case, most of the homes down here that were built after that can take a pretty decent wallop. So the expression is, you want to run from the water and hide from the wind. And if it's just wind and you're not in a flood zone, sometimes your house is probably the safest place if you have nowhere else to go.
Dan, it wouldn't be an unfortunate event without a Hollywood celebrity spouting off a nonsense. This time it's Jennifer Lawrence, who's got a new movie coming out and was in a lengthy interview about it, and halfway through couldn't help herself and said that, well, Mother Nature's wrath here, part of it has to do with President Trump. Take a listen.
It's been proven through science that human activity, that climate change is due to human activity, and we continue to ignore it. And the only voice that we really have is through voting. And we voted, and it was really startling. You're watching these hurricanes now, and it's hard, especially while promoting this movie, not to feel Mother Nature's rage, wrath.
If you speak softly and look off to the side, then you're thinking deeply. Dan, what do you make of this?
That's right. Yeah, the great sage of the West Coast, Jennifer Lawrence, speaks. Thank you, Jen. I really do want to thank her, because I have limited entertainment dollars to spend. And now I know to never spend them ever on a Jennifer Lawrence movie. I mean, when are these Hollywood celebs going to get it? Your box office receipts are down by double digits. Why do you think that is? You think the movies are less entertaining, or people they just don't have anything to do? And the bottom line is people don't want to finance this ideological war against them anymore, and they're tired of being lectured by Hollywood people. This is nonsense. And remember, by the way, Mother Nature's wrath, what, in Mexico with the earthquakes? The wildfires in Los Angeles? This is ridiculous stuff. These are human tragedies. This isn't a joke.
No, that's a great point.
Herself.
I mean, there's a time and place for everything, right, Dan? I mean, she has every right to speak her mind, but you think about right before a second hurricane hits, millions of people are likely going to be without power, millions of people already having to evacuate, and you think just about the tone of that and the timing of it. I mean, it just does not sit well at all.
No, and Abby, you see the pictures coming out of Houston, and nobody was asking people what your party affiliation, who you voted for, are you an environmentalist or not, do you believe in anthropogenic climate change? Nobody said that. They said, you know what, you need help, and I'm here to help you. We're Americans first. This is nonsense.
Anthropogenic. I'm going to look that up in the break, Dan. You're a wise man. I assume along with your gas and your water, you have a stockpile of ammunition and weapons as well, Dan. I have no doubt Fort Bongino is so excited about that.
You're darn right. Second Amendment supporter here. Practice what you preach.
All right. Dan, please stay safe out there.
Thanks a lot, Dan.
Good to have you on
Appreciate
this morning.
Thank you.